The Altay main battle tank is Turkey's most ambitious armored warfare project to date, representing decades of experience, partnerships, and technological evolution condensed into a single modern fighting vehicle. Announced as the first indigenous main battle tank program of the Turkish defense industry, the Altay was designed to reflect both the lessons of history and the requirements of modern battlefields, while also marking Turkey's push for self-reliance in defense production. The project has been in development since the early 2000s, and by 2026, it stands as a symbol of how far Turkish defense industries have come in translating design concepts into operational, combat-ready equipment. The story of the Altay is not just about a tank, but also about Turkey's long-term vision to equip its armed forces with next-generation systems that can compete with and in some areas rival the most advanced tanks in the world. The origins of the Altay trace back to Turkey's recognition that it could not remain dependent on foreign suppliers for such a critical system as a main battle tank. Previous armored forces in Turkey relied heavily on imported platforms such as the American M60 Patton series, the German Leopard 1 and Leopard 2, and locally modernized variations of those tanks. While effective, these platforms were aging, and upgrades could only extend their usefulness so far. Turkey wanted something modern, adaptable, and uniquely its own, with the ability to incorporate local production and also to serve as a potential export product in the future. Thus, the Altay was conceived, named after General Feritin Altay, a respected commander from Turkey's War of Independence, adding a sense of national pride to the program. From its earliest stages, the Altay was envisioned not as a single tank but as a family of vehicles, with the baseline MBT forming the foundation. Its design benefited from the cooperation between Turkey's defense industries and international partners. In particular, South Korea's experience with the K-2 Black Panther tank played a significant role. Technology transfer agreements allowed Turkish engineers to draw on Korean expertise in advanced armor, fire control, and mobility while tailoring the platform to Turkish requirements. Otokar, the company that initially led the design phase, worked closely with foreign partners, while later BMC became the prime contractor for mass production. By 2026, this industrial partnership had matured into a fully Turkish-led program, albeit with components and subsystems sourced from a network of international suppliers and partners. In terms of design, the Altay closely follows the modern MBT philosophy, balancing protection, firepower, and mobility. The tank weighs in around 60 tons depending on its configuration, placing it in the same class as Western MBTs such as the Leopard 2A7 or the American M1A2 Abrams. Its armor protection is modular, consisting of composite armor and additional reactive armor packages. The tank is designed to provide crew survivability against modern threats such as kinetic energy penetrators and chemical energy munitions, including tandem warhead anti-tank guided missiles. A key aspect of the Altay's protection suite is its ability to be upgraded with active protection systems, giving it an additional layer of defense against incoming missiles or projectiles before they can impact the vehicle. Firepower is centered around a 120mm smoothbore gun, NATO standard, capable of firing a wide range of ammunition types, including kinetic energy penetrators, high-explosive anti-tank rounds, and programmable airburst munitions. The gun is complemented by an advanced fire control system, enabling accurate targeting in day or night conditions, in motion, and under challenging weather. Secondary armament includes a coaxial machine gun and a remote weapon station, offering the crew defensive capabilities against infantry, drones, and light vehicles. The emphasis on digital fire control, integrated optics, and advanced stabilization allows the Altay to operate on par with, and in some cases beyond, its peers in terms of accuracy and lethality. Mobility has been one of the more challenging aspects of the Altay program. Originally, the tank was intended to be powered by a German MTU engine, but export restrictions complicated procurement. This prompted Turkey to pursue indigenous engine development, with alternative options sourced from abroad during the interim. By 2026, BMC and its partners have been working to ensure the Altay can field a fully Turkish power pack, aiming to eliminate dependence on foreign suppliers. The tank's suspension system, drawing inspiration from the K-2, allows it to maintain high cross-country performance, handling varied terrain while maintaining speed and maneuverability. Its design goal was to achieve both high acceleration and battlefield agility, important for Turkey's diverse operational environments ranging from open plains to mountainous terrain and urban combat scenarios. Inside the tank, ergonomics and crew comfort have been taken into account. The Altay is crewed by 4 personnel: commander, gunner, loader, and driver. Unlike some modern MBTs that have adopted auto-loaders, the Altay continues with a human loader, a choice that simplifies the loading system but also increases crew requirements. The interior is fitted with modern displays, situational awareness systems, and battlefield management interfaces, enabling the crew to stay connected with other units and commanders in real time. The tank is not simply a vehicle for direct combat but also a node in a larger, networked battle space. Situational awareness has been emphasized as one of the Altay's strengths. Panoramic sights, thermal imaging, and advanced optics provide the commander and gunner with the ability to detect, identify, and engage targets at long distances. Additionally, the digital backbone of the tank ensures that information from sensors and external data sources can be processed and displayed quickly, enhancing decision-making. The potential integration of drone support, both for reconnaissance and targeting, is also being explored, reflecting broader trends in armored warfare where tanks no longer fight in isolation but as part of combined arms networks. When considering survivability, the Altay is not just about armor thickness. It incorporates layers of protection that include modular add-ons, potential soft kill measures such as electronic countermeasures against incoming missiles, and the option for active protection systems. In modern warfare, where precision anti-tank guided weapons and loitering munitions present a growing threat, survivability is as much about defeating detection and intercepting threats as it is about withstanding direct hits. Turkey has positioned the Altay as adaptable to these realities, offering upgrade paths to ensure the tank remains relevant against evolving threats. From a production standpoint, the Altay represents an investment in Turkish defense industry capabilities. Manufacturing is centered in Turkey, with BMC as the prime contractor, but with significant contributions from other local defense firms providing subsystems, armor solutions, electronics, and weapon systems. The goal is not only to supply the Turkish armed forces with hundreds of tanks but also to position the Altay as an export product. Nations looking for alternatives to traditional suppliers like the US, Germany, or Russia could see the Altay as a competitive option, particularly with Turkey offering flexible partnerships, cost advantages, and fewer political restrictions than some Western suppliers. However, the challenge remains to prove the Altay in large-scale production and operational service before it can fully enter the global market. Critics of the program have pointed to delays, engine issues, and questions of funding. The Altay project has taken longer than expected, with multiple prototypes and pre-production phases stretching across years. Engine supply disruptions delayed serial production, and questions remain about whether the indigenous power pack will be fully reliable in the long term. Budgetary pressures and shifting defense priorities have also slowed the pace at times. Still, supporters argue that these are natural growing pains for any country attempting to build such a complex system domestically for the first time. By 2026, the program has reached a more stable footing, with the Turkish military expecting to field its first operational units in meaningful numbers. The Altay's significance extends beyond the battlefield. It represents Turkey's assertion of technological sovereignty, showcasing that it can join the limited club of nations capable of designing, developing, and producing modern main battle tanks. It also signals Turkey's intent to reduce dependency on Western defense suppliers, an increasingly important goal amid geopolitical tensions. Furthermore, the Altay stands as a symbol of national pride, tied not only to industrial capability but also to the country's historical military legacy and future ambitions. In performance comparisons, the Altay is often measured against the likes of the Leopard 2, Abrams, and K2. While it is difficult to make direct comparisons without large-scale operational data, on paper the Altay offers competitive firepower, modern protection systems, and advanced electronics. Whether it will prove itself in the field depends on rigorous testing, real-world deployment, and the ability of Turkish industry to sustain production and upgrades. The tank is not without challenges, but its progress by 2026 marks it as a credible, modern, and potentially exportable MBT. Ultimately, the Altay is both a practical solution and a strategic statement. For Turkey, it provides a pathway to replace aging armored fleets with a domestically controlled platform. For the Turkish defense industry, it demonstrates growing maturity and ambition. And for the global arms market, it introduces a new competitor that blends foreign inspiration with national innovation. As of 2026, the Altay may not yet have proven itself in combat, but its very existence represents a milestone for Turkish defense and a step forward in the evolving landscape of main battle tanks.